The best part of living in Brooklyn, whatever you might be interested in, food, nightlife, music, whatever, you name it, you can find the best of it here. There's no other place in the NBA that's like this. I don't know of a lot of other guys that have this experience, like living in such like a dense metropolitan area amongst all of it, you know? It's not like we have any guys that live like in the suburbs and commute in, whereas a lot of other places, I feel like that's like kind of commonplace. That's Lowerline, great little New Orleans po' boy spot in my neighborhood. Let's go check it out.
If you talk to people from New Orleans who come in here, they're initially like always skeptical because we've just been burned so many times with bad Cajun and Creole food outside of Louisiana. I was born and raised there. We try to do it very focused on the classics. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel. One of my favorite places in New Orleans is old school, kind of blue collar oyster bar on Magazine Street, uptown New Orleans, called Casamento. Great raw bar, gumbo, and fried seafood. And then we're drawing some homages to iconic po' boy places like Don Melisse's. The soul of Louisiana cooking is really in these like long, all-day cooked dishes where you really develop this incredible depth of flavor. And so we knew we had to have a gumbo. I mean, it's the most quintessential dish of Louisiana. Red beans and rice, classic New Orleans comfort food. Nobody was really doing that in New York. I'm a Saints fan, but I have no strong loyalty to the Pelicans, so you know.
Yeah.
I left New Orleans over 20 years ago now, so the Pelicans hadn't even come to New Orleans. People still would reminisce about the Jazz being there. Yeah. All right, Joe, and some oysters for you. These are baby brielles from Great South Bay here on Long Island. We've got some Duxbury Petites from Massachusetts and the Canadian Irish Points from Prince Edward Island. So can you walk around here without being recognized day to day?
Oh, yeah, never. I mean, I've been here 7 years and I walk around all day, every day. Nobody ever recognizes me.
It's a nice kind of famous to be, right?
I'm like the most like role player of role players in the NBA. And, you know.
He's being modest. The greatest shooter.
Nah. I didn't have all my eggs in like making it to the NBA. I kind of thought that I would go to Virginia, try and see how long I could play, go to grad school, and then figure it out from there. I played sparingly in Cleveland, a fair amount my rookie year in the very beginning. Started playing in the G League a little bit, and then my second year in Cleveland, I had surgery on my foot. I got traded to Orlando and waived in the same day that I had surgery. I was in the hospital still, and they like called me, and then Brooklyn picked me up that summer.
That's an incredible story, man. Joe ordered the most intense sandwich we have. Cornmeal crusted fried shrimp with braised roast beef and gravy.
Yeah, I don't mess around when I come here. Yeah. Where do you guys get the bread from?
We get it from Caputo's. Caputo's is like a 5th generation, old school Italian bakery on Court Street. In New Orleans, a po' boy is really any sandwich on New Orleans style French bread. So like we knew we had to get the bread right. New Orleans French bread has got this kind of cracker crisp crust on the outside, but it's like soft and airy on the interior.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with like a baguette, which is like harder and chewy.
Did you go through like any other trial runs with other bread? Or were you like, Caputo's is the spot that I'm going?
No, I even got bread from Leidenheimer Bakery, shipped up, frozen, probably the largest like New Orleans French bread bakery. But I wanted to get something local that was a good approximation of New Orleans French bread that we were getting like fresh every day. I mean, Brooklyn has obviously changed radically, but like there's still these legacy institutions like Caputo's that have been around for 100 years.
Yeah.
You know?
I'm not just saying this because everybody's in here, but I think these are the best po' boys I've ever had. You just have to try one.